Oh man. Oh, I still have my blinker on. I was not expecting there to be a line. Literally, friends, I'm like 2 seconds away from turning around. It's the day after Thanksgiving. I don't feel like fighting people to buy clothing, but I'll do it for YouTube. I'll do it for YouTube. If I even get 10 things, I'll be happy. So let's see.
Finding the deals.
Yeah, I'm trying. Friends, I am so glad I did not leave this store. Wait until you see the amazing things that I found. This was the last place I wanted to be. I'm filming this on my Ray-Ban Meta glasses, not sponsored, I wish. So the glasses make everything look more zoomed out. When I tell you this store was so packed, we were bumping into each other. People were fighting over carts. I got here, I was like number 30 in line when I got here. And by the time I got to the carts, they have a ton of carts at this store. People were like, don't push me. I was here first. You can't take this. It was a mess. I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to wait for a cart. I'm just going to take a basket. It was so crazy in here. So Black Friday sale at this location, every clothing item was $3 from the moment they opened the door at 8 a.m. until they closed at 9 p.m. I knocked down that woman's jacket. She was like, oh no, I was literally dragging it on the floor. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I will say, even though it was chaotic, 99% of the people, we were all very nice, apologetic if we bumped into each other. This one lady, we'll talk about her later. Anyways, I found amazing things. I found Karen Millen. I found Gucci. I found Sonia Rykel. I also found New with the Tags boutique clothing. A ton of Finders Keepers. I believe this is an Australian brand. You can find it at like high-end retailers. I kept this dress for myself. I really like this brand. Often it's sold at Bloomingdale's, Anthropologie. They even have, like, you can sometimes find it on Amazon. Geez, I don't know why that was escaping me. So I decided to pick that up and keep that for myself. A ton of Revolve brands, and a lot of them new with tags. I ended up staying at this store from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. I just talked about Nasty Gal and a brands I don't pick up anymore. I just flashed to customers. There was a lot going on that were bumping into each other. I really try to not film people in stores, but it was just so chaotic. What was really interesting about this store, which is the first time I've had this happen in a very long time, I could tell most of these people were not resellers because I would hear them talking like, oh, this doesn't fit me. This isn't my size. I'm not going to pick this up. And it was just so refreshing because oftentimes on sales days like this, most of it is resellers, you know, and they're always so competitive and pushy. I am the total opposite. Only child here. I'm not going to push you. I'm not going to be competitive over an item. If you want it, you can take it. Unless it's something I really want, then maybe. But it was just nice because everyone was really nice and chill because they weren't looking like myself to flip things for a profit. They were just really, shopping for themselves. So I'm going to have to jump around on the footage here because my cart, that cart I showed you in the beginning, ended up being so full that I could no longer walk around the store. It was just too heavy. So I ended up checking out once, putting it in my SUV and coming back. So this is the second footage from me doing the second trip. So you'll notice now I have a cart. I just had to jump around filming because like I said, it was just so chaotic. So I almost always start in the dresses. I don't know why that's a habit for me. I think it's just honestly innate because dresses are my best selling category. So when I'm sourcing, that's just my MO. I go straight for the dresses, and then no matter the season, I go to the coats. I sell coats year round. I've done videos talking about selling things in the off season. I sell bikinis in December, and I sell coats in the middle of July. But dresses and coats are my highest profit margin category. So I just start there. I found this James Purse dress, $3. I'm not going to keep repeating that, friends. Just know every single thing I pick up in this video costs $3. So James Purse is a very basic, in my opinion, line. They do a lot of basic shirt dresses, t-shirts, button downs, but they retail for hundreds of dollars. And the sell-through rate is not that great. And then out of nowhere, I'll get a full price sale for like $60 for a dress. So I picked that up. I was a little nervous because it's white, and every time I buy something white or beige in the thrift store, it looks like it has no stains, and then I get it home and it has stains. But surprisingly, I got that dress home and it did not have stains. That Adriana Papel dress I picked up. I do pretty well selling Adriana Papel on ThredUp. Now, if you are new here, subscribe, because this video is part of our $100 to $5,000 challenge. So I started with $100 initial investment, and I'm going to take you through sourcing, listing, and what's sold until we hit $5,000 in profit. If you haven't seen episodes 1 through 4, I will link them down below. I'll link the playlist. We have sourced all the ways in this challenge. We went to a multi-million-dollar estate sale. We've gone to high-end consignment stores. We've gone to the Goodwill outlet. So whether you're a new reseller or you're a veteran seller like myself, this series could be really educational for you. I'm learning a lot because I'm picking up a lot of things that I wouldn't usually pick up. So subscribe. This is video 5 in the challenge, and we have been making some great sales. Stick around to the end if you want to see what has actually been selling. So I tried to find a little aisle where there weren't a lot of people so that I could show you all what I'm picking up. This lady just started trying to take my stuff. That Ralph Lauren dress that I just put right there, like 2 seconds after I was done filming this clip. I'm trying not to show you her. She just tried to like pick it up off the rack. I'm like, ma'am, that's my stuff. She's like, oh. Anywho, I picked up this J. Crew romper, 100% cotton. That's my size. I want to keep that so bad. It looks very nice on me, but I'm going to list it. I did pick up this Nation LTD dress. This ended up having a tiny, tiny hole. So there she is. I'm not even going to show her face. She comes back and like starts picking up stuff as I'm bending down. Oh, friends, she was the only person that was not very kind. I picked up this dead stock vintage dress. This is made in the USA, brand new with the tags. According to ChatGPT, that is from the early 90s, and it retailed for $120. So, wow, that's expensive back then. Picked up this new with tags Blue Pepper dress. Blue Pepper is a more like a boutique brand, but this is one of those boutique brands that I was talking about that you can actually find at large retailers. I find it all the time at Nordstrom Rack, and it resells very well for me. I've actually bought Blue Pepper wholesale direct from Blue Pepper, and I sold all of it. So I'm thinking I should probably do another order. It's a very popular, good quality boutique brand. And I was placing my hangers, little thrifting hack from me to you. Take your hangers off before you get to the cashier. They are so appreciative of it. I do it all the time, every single time I go thrifting. I cannot tell you how many thrift store employee friends I have made just because I take off the hangers for them. They're like, thank you so much. They like tell me about sales coming up. They tell me about new inventory they're getting direct from retailers. And it's just nice to overall just be, a helpful customer. I honestly just started doing this years ago because I used to work in retail. Fun fact, I worked at many different retail stores, and I was always appreciative when customers that had really large items of, amounts of clothing would do this for me. So I was like, you know what? Now I'm on the other side. Let me do this. But naturally people will just start talking to me. And this cashier was so sweet. She's like, you did so good. And make sure, she told me this. And I was so appreciative of it because I didn't hear anyone else telling. She said, all day we're bringing out new racks. We don't usually do this on sale days. So she was like, you might want to come back later tonight because we literally have thousands, not hundreds, thousands of items that are not even out on the floor yet that we will be bringing out all day. So thousands of new $3 pieces. I was so exhausted from thrifting this day. I was going to come back here after I went and spent some time with my kiddos and my hubby. He was like, you should go back. He's so sweet. He's such an encouraging partner. He's like, go back, babe. He's like, just hang out with us. We took them to like a kids cafe place and we did karate class. We went to the pool. He's like, just go back. I've got the kids. Come on, you could do this. I was like, no, I'm so tired. I I'm so tired. I have not been this exhausted from thrifting in a very long time, but the best kind of exhausted, you know, when you're getting such great items and you're like, this was all worth it. So after that one rude lady accosted me, I found a new corner. That's a new with tags Lulu's gown. Definitely picked that up at $3. I've paid more than that wholesale for Lulu's new. These Talbot's dresses, I found like 4 size 12 Talbot's dresses in great condition. They just need a lint roll. I'm going to sell those as a bundle. The Fifth Label is a brand you can find like Bloomingdale's, Saks Off Fifth, and then Rent the Runway also carries them. I've already worn that dress. I wore it to a real estate open house. It was a little bit short. I did put on tights and some knee-high boots, but with a blazer, which made it a lot less noticeable that it was really short. And now I've dry cleaned it and I am going to resell it. I move quickly, friends. If I pick up stuff that I am going to wear and then resell, I wear it quickly, I get it cleaned quickly so that I can get it listed. Lafayette 148 dress, perfect condition. I didn't even show you all. This is new without the tags. The cashier also informed me that they got a ton of Lafayette 148 direct from Nordstrom, and all of it was new without the tags. YBF dress. I might wear this because it's definitely my style. It was ruched, which is really flattering for those of us that have thicker thighs and a smaller waist. I tried it on. It's really flattering. So I might wear that and then sell it. This BCBG Max Azria gown, I have already sent to ThredUp. I do really well selling BCBG Max Azria on ThredUp. I'm sorry I'm talking so fast, but I'm trying to show you everything I picked up and give you some insight on why I picked it up. This brand is newer to me. Finolin? I don't even know how to say it, okay? But I picked it up. I'm butchering the brand's name, but you can see the tags. Maeve. I don't pick up a lot of Maeve to sell myself, but at $3, this was in perfect condition. It's a midi length gown. I picked it up. Here is the other Talbot's dress. This must have all been from one person because I found all of them size 12 right next to each other. This Talbot's dress, that one I had to wash, but that little stain came out. I think it was just deodorant. This is another BCBG Max Azria Y2K gown. Already sent that to ThredUp. There were 2 customers over there arguing over some shoes. Here is my trunk and my cart after 5 hours of being at this store. Did I mention also purses and shoes were included, which I don't think a lot of these customers knew. This is why I say, friends, make friends with the employees. I didn't even know that purses were also $3. And that employee, when I first checked out, that was like so grateful. I took all the hangers off. This is my SUV. This is just round 1. She was like, did you go to the purses? Because those are also $3. I ended up scoring 3 Michael Kors purses for $3 each, friends. The thrift gods have just loved me this year. I have had the best year thrifting in 2025. New to this series, I show you what is sold and how much profit we've made from this series. So remember, we started with just $100 initial investment. If you haven't seen video 4, I won't spoil it for you what amount of profit we are at, but we are making some good profit, friends. And I want to say, almost everything in this challenge is from either the Goodwill outlet or $3 day here in Los Angeles at Goodwill. I haven't even done any online sourcing yet. I keep telling you all in the next video, I'm going to show you how I online source because I do source online a lot, but we've just been making so many great sales just from our thrift store finds. That it's been amazing. And I wanted to really stick to the thrift store and the Goodwill outlet in these videos because I wanted to show, especially newer resellers, that you can do this without a lot of money. This is why so many people try reselling, because the barrier to entry is very low. But this is also why a lot of people are not successful and they quit reselling, because the barrier to entry is low, yes, but unless you have your systems in place, unless you know how to check sell-through rate, unless you know what is selling, what brands are selling, what's hot, what's trendy, it's very easy to fail or to lose a lot of money quickly. So That being said, so many of my friends have told me I don't pick up Ann Taylor loft. I would never buy loft. I'm like, well, leave it for me, friends. I don't pick up a ton of loft unless it is new with the tags like these pants were, or it is a very recent plus size piece. These were new with the tags. They were marked at my Goodwill for $8. It was actually like $7.99, which I consider paying up at the thrift store. Well, let me be real. In Los Angeles, that's not paying up. That's just normal pricing. If I'm being very honest, where I live, that's normal. For me, paying up at the thrift store is like $15, $20. They had these marked at only $8, which is shocking because usually my thrift stores, anything that's new with the tags, they mark up. But they only marked these at $7.99, and these sold for $37, friends. And they're new with the tags, loft. I am a big fan, though, of selling Ann Taylor. Ann Taylor, not loft, is more expensive retail, but I knew these would sell quickly. They're a size 30. They're new with the tags. They're a recent piece. I knew that these would sell quickly. So 8 into 37, I will take it. And these retailed for $79.95. I probably could have sold these for more, if I'm being honest, but I don't want to wait. You know, I want to sell. I don't want to be a storage unit. So 8 into 37, I will take it. And by the way, I did create this photo using AI. I've been creating a lot of my own model images. If you want to learn how to do that, I will leave a link to the video down below. You can do it totally free. And in that video, it is very detailed. I show you step A to Z how to create your own model photos. Actually picked up thanks to my hubby. He knows nothing about fashion, nothing about brands. He's very supportive, but he has no idea about much except men's plus size clothing. And I was at the Goodwill outlet and I just happened to be on the phone with him. And I was like, hey, Cabela's, do you think I should pick that up for, this was $1.50 at this Goodwill outlet. He's like, oh yeah, especially in plus size. Like, I guess it's a store. Is that what he told me? I think it's a store. I don't know if we have it in Southern California. Can you all let me know? But he told me when he was doing some work in the South, it's a store, and especially the plus size pieces can retail, you know, for quite a bit. And he's like, you know, I don't think you're going to get like $50 for it, but if you're already there, and that is, he knows my motto. That is very much my motto when I'm at the Goodwill outlet. Like, yes, I would love to find things I could flip for 80, 70, 100, whatever, you know, but if I'm already there and I'm going to be listing and I really need the inventory, I'm not above a $20 flip. I really have been working on raising my average sales price in 2025, and I've done a pretty good job. My average sales price currently last month was $42. And overall for the year, I'm currently at $38. So I'm really happy with that. Next year, I'm going to shoot even higher to get my average sales price up. But you know what? This sold in under a month. I paid $1.50 and it sold for $22. And I learned about a new brand. Now I know Cabela's plus size. Definitely check comps because I've passed this up a lot. And now I know, thanks to hubby. And I would have looked it up if I wasn't on the phone with him, but he did give me a lot of info about the store and the brand. I believe he said it's a store. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below, but I'm pretty sure this is a store located around the US. All right, friends, I was going to show you every single sale, but I feel like I'm trying to keep these videos under 20 minutes. Are we ready for the total, the grand total profit? So remember, we started this series just 5 videos ago with $100 initial investment. I have not used any outside money. I took that $100, I listed those items, and all of the profit that we've made, we've reinvested. So we are now up to $1,109 in profit in just 5 videos. I am so excited about that because I just wanted this challenge to show all of you that if you can be dedicated, if you can do the research, if you can put in the hustle to source items that are selling, you can be successful at reselling. And you can do this as big or as small as you want. You could do it part-time like I do and diversify and sell many different ways, or you could just grind it out, go to the Goodwill outlet a couple times a week, list those items, take that money, grow your business, pay yourself, and continue to reinvest until it gets as big as you need to pay your bills. So you could do this whether you need $500 a month or whether you need $10,000 a month. I'm not going to lie, it is a grind to hit $10,000 a month. I've actually done a video talking about the numbers on how to make those various levels of money. It wasn't very popular because it's not like salacious, like I went to the Goodwill outlet and got in a fight, but it's the reality of making money and accounting. So if you want to see that video, I'll link it down below. Subscribe. I've already filmed episode 6, so I'm super excited to get it for you because we're going to do online sourcing. We're going to do estate sale shopping again. So subscribe, give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying the series. And if this is the first video in the series that you're seeing, I will link the playlist on the screen and down below so that you can watch the other videos because there's a ton of gold in those videos. So check them out. I will link them below. Subscribe, and I will see you very soon.